Now, in a bid to avoid expanding the country's deficit, the Tunisian government has withdrawn the 2020 supplementary budget it submitted to the National Assembly for approval. The COVID-19 pandemic has likely affected the country's economy, and authorities were hoping to improve the budget to minimize its ramifications. However, the lawmakers said the government did not present justifiable reasons for its request.
Tunisian lawmakers have confirmed that the Finance Commission has requested the withdrawal of the extra budget bill that would have left the battered economy facing an accelerated debt distress.
The project of the extra budget bill is terrifying for many reasons. The numbers presented by the government are unclear and unjustified. The disagreement with the central bank is also alarming. Spending an additional $3.7 million and paying the bills of dozens of state companies in 2 months is unacceptable. The budget needs to be reviewed.
During a hearing session in Parliament, the governor of the Central Bank of Tunisia declared that he does not oppose financing the Supplementary Finance Law for 2020. He, however, insisted that this measure should be done in acceptable proportions that preserve the major financial balances of the North African state.
If approved, the current bill will certainly boost inflation, cut reserves and weigh on the local currency. The government has not started the implementation of structural reforms. The central bank is committed to assist the state on condition that the government submits an official request for the identification of responsibilities and which gives a legal dimension to the central bank's mission in financing the budget.
Tunisia's government announced that the high level of budget deficit for 2020 is partly due to the negative repercussions of the coronavirus-induced economic crisis. In addition, economists say it's the result of the way the budget figures have been presented in recent years and the optimistic scenarios which were wrongly included in those budgets.
Public finances were hit hard over the past 10 years because we've made many mistakes. The evaluation was wrong and many state expenses were not included. We should learn from this unprecedented crisis, which is not the result of the coronavirus crisis as the government claims. The pandemic has only deepened the situation, but the lack of political will to implement structural economic reforms is to blame.
Economists have highlighted the importance of implementing structural reforms and finding permanent and non-cyclical solutions for economic and financial policies, taking into account the unstable economic, political and social challenges in the North African country. Tunisian authorities believe that the pre-pandemic economic situation was exacerbated by the COVID-19 crisis. The Finance Commission at the Tunisian Parliament has urged the government to submit a new and more realistic extra budget bill within 2 weeks.